A campaign that is pushing for casinos at horse racing is getting a lot of backlash. At a press conference Thursday morning, the coalition Gambling with the Good Life launched its own campaign against a ballot campaign that would allow casinos at licensed horse racing tracks. The coalition is backed by Governor Pete Ricketts and former Husker football coach Tom Osborne. Workers are currently gathering signatures in favor of a petition that would officially allow casinos and require casinos to pay a one-time state licensing fee. A man that authorities believe to be a police impersonator turned out to be a volunteer firefighter. According to police, the firefighter was investigating a car fire Saturday when he pulled over a woman. Police were originally called, hearing that an unmarked car had pulled the car over. As it turns out, the woman who had been pulled over was helping to look for the burning vehicle. Now, volunteer firefighters do have the authority from their sheriff's office to use lights and sirens on their vehicles. In other news, a Lincoln police officer may sue the city after he was targeted in a steroid dealing investigation by his own department. Star City News talked to Police Chief Jim Pashong about the investigation.
I have an awful lot of faith in our ability to investigate these matters, and when we did look at this matter, we also did this in conjunction with the U.S. Attorney's Office, the prosecutors, as well as the Drug Enforcement Administration.
Okay. The officer may sue because he wasn't allowed to see the police union attorney while he was being held. Chief Pashong said he's not worried about the officer suing.
A nationwide sex trafficking sting resulted in the arrest of 13 people in Lincoln and 552 across 14 states. The Lincoln Police Department and 22 other law enforcement agencies worked in the operation of 13 arrests in Nebraska. LPD says 6 were would-be sex buyers, 5 were cited for prostitution, and 2 were cited for pandering. Prison officials are asking for over $26 million in renovations for facilities, but some lawmakers don't know how the money will be used. Omaha Senator Bob Christ questioned whether the funds would be used for the prison system's most pressing needs, like beds and a higher turnover of correction officers and high-ranking security employees.
UNL students say no, they do not want concealed weapons on their campus. At a meeting of the Association of Students at the University of Nebraska last night, the group voted on a resolution that would allow its government liaison committee to lobby against the bill on behalf of students. The resolution passed unanimously. UNL's Faculty Senate expressed similar opposition to the bill last fall. Well, an email to Chancellor Perlman from Black Lives Matter has him responding.
Find out what he said when we come back.
Good evening and welcome to Star City News. I'm Cody J.
And I'm Mecca Slaughter. If you're shopping at South Point, you may notice a new parking fee on your receipt.
It won't be for where you are currently parking, but where you will be. Josh Kuzacek is live at South Point with the story.
Yeah, guys, a new 1% tax here at South Point might have shoppers paying a little bit more in the future. My question today was, will it affect business?
Even on a Tuesday afternoon, South Point Pavilion is busy, and if all goes according to plan, it will only get busier.
We wanted to partner with the city to have a public parking garage. So this is a parking garage, obviously it's located at South Point, but it's for anybody. Anybody who wants to park here, take a bus downtown, take a bus to different parts of the city, drive somewhere else. This allows them to do it in a public way that is kind of helpful to everybody.
And while Latimer understands the concerns with the tax increase, she's not too concerned, given the fact that Shields brings in 38% of the shoppers to South Point Mall, and they're expecting that to go up with the new addition.
This new Shields store is going to be so fun and exciting I heard that they're going to have like scuba divers who feed the fish, you know, I mean, how fun is that going to be? So we think it's going to be a really great opportunity for everyone.
And that great opportunity doesn't seem to bother many shoppers either.
Well, I only come here really out of necessity anyway, so I'll probably pay the additional 1% tax. I mean, I'm never pleased when there's an increase in taxes. It's not going to be something that I eat.
I've seen the one at Overland Park, it's pretty nice.
Now, Latimer stressed that the tax is only for the garage. Shields is completely paid for by the company. The tax also still needs to be approved by the city. It would start at the beginning of 2017 and run till about 2034 at its current projection. Reporting live for Star City News, I'm Josh Kuzacek.
Thank you, Josh. Nebraska is one of 12 states without a program to pay for rape kit exams, but that might be changing. A new bill proposed by Senator Adam Moorfield would help shift the costs off of law enforcement agencies which are required to pay for the kits. The Attorney General's office estimates the cost of the program to be between $500,000 and $750,000 annually. A new bill in the Nebraska legislature could affect how little to no English-speaking residents of Nebraska get their driver's licenses. Senator David Bloomfield has proposed the bill, which would require all exams under the Motor Vehicle Operations License Act to be in English. He says the bill is in the interest of safety. The commissioner for the Latino American Commission, Adrian Sanchez, says that no data has been found connecting accidents to a lack of understanding of English.
Formerly known as Nebraskans for Public Safety, the group Retain Adjust Nebraska is launching a statewide campaign as opponents of the death penalty. They're asking voters to reject a proposal that would keep the death penalty in Nebraska. Last May, lawmakers abolished capital punishment, then supporters responded with a petition. With 10 men currently on death row, Governor Ricketts says he will not pursue any executions until voters decide in November. Sticking with legislator, Sherry Dawson, a registered nurse, has been appointed as the new director of the state's Behavioral Health Division. Dawson has served as the division's acting director in addition to other roles.
Donald Trump is moving on from his feud with the Pope and is taking on the Ricketts family. Marlene Ricketts, the wife of TD Ameritrade founder Joe Ricketts and the mother of Pete Ricketts, donated $3 million to an anti-Trump super PAC, Our Principles PAC, making her the largest donor in the super PAC. Trump went to Twitter saying, quote, "They better be careful, they have a lot to hide," end quote.
What happens in Vegas won't stay there today because Nevada is having their caucus. Trump had a few words to say about the silver state as well as his opponent, Ted Cruz.
You know, it is Las Vegas. It's a little tricky, This guy Cruz lies more than any human being I've ever dealt with. Unbelievable.
Only 6 years old, the Nevada caucus has 3 levels: the precinct, the county convention, and the state convention. There are 33 Democratic and 34 Republican delegates who will end up representing the precinct level voters.
Jumping from Nevada to Nebraska, after the break, we will have Evan Hummel live in the newsroom to inform us about the new interim police chief,
as well as what the city is doing regarding our oxygen-giving friends, trees.